of the sparkling new Frontwave Arena in Oceanside, California. It's an MASL Sunday night as the back-to-back defending champion Chihuahua Savage take on the San Diego Sockers. Very pleasant good evening, everyone. Alongside Tony Sanchez, Craig Elston on hand with you. Roses are red, new turf is blue. Sockers and Savage, happy Sunday to you. This is always a good one when these two teams meet.
Absolutely. A disappointing but difficult road match for the San Diego Sockers, where they only got 2 out of 9 possible points, especially here with an 8-5 loss against Chihuahua last Friday. But for the Sockers, this is a circle the wagons game. They're going to have to prove to Chihuahua that this is the road to the Ron Newman Cup if they are to go ahead and keep this perfect line here at home for the Sockers. For Chihuahua, this is a chance to put San Diego further down in the standings, and then go ahead and also remind them that they can go ahead and beat them at any point, at any time for this tournament.
Well, for the San Diego Sockers, coming off that loss, as you mentioned, 8-5 down south of the border, they had several guys that did not make the trip and should be fresh. Top among that list, top scorer, Charlie Gonzalez.
As you mentioned, Charlie Gonzalez, not able to make the trip down to Mexico. He has 7 goals and 14 assists. He is that difference maker here for San Diego that is able to go ahead and have a hard and accurate shot both on the set piece and on the run of play.
Now, when you talk about the Savage, you're talking about the best team in the MASL. Make no bones about it, this club is 14-2, and whether they're home or away, they're a handful. And one of the reasons why, number 16, Pareja, Jorge Rios, he comes to play every time.
Pues el pareja, Jorge Rios, as you mentioned, here coming in, he had 2 assists and 2 goals last Friday against the Sockers. If he is on form, it's going to be a difficult task for the San Diego Sockers, but he's also leading a very versatile attack with 21 goals and 34 points this season so far. If he's on point, you're going to go ahead and see Savage be very difficult to beat here.
We've got the Sockers, the Savage, and we've got a brand new variable, a brand new turf that's going to be played on for the first time. Who knows how the ball's going to roll? We're going to take a timeout, come back. Melissa May has her report, and we've got kickoff next. It's the Sockers and the Savage on MASL TV.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.
Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero apresta y el bridón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Ciño patria, tus sienes de oliva, de la paz el arcángel divino, que en el cielo tu entero destino por el dedo de Dios escribió. Mas osar es un extraño enemigo, profanar con su planta tu suelo. Piensa, patria querida, el del cielo, un soldado cada hijo de Dios, un soldado cada hijo te dio. Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero apresta y el bridón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón.
She will be accompanied by our ASL interpreter, Ryan Dusenberry.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Down to Melissa May for this pre-match report.
An away game in Mexico is already a big enough challenge, but to add to that, after the game having to wake up early to board a flight to come back to San Diego to take on the same team in less than 48 hours, that's what the Sockers are dealing with this weekend. Now, before Friday night's game, the team already knew that there were several players that could not travel because of visa issues. So head coach Phil Salvaggio and general manager Chiqui Luna made an aggressive move and signed 7 players that can only play in Mexico because of visa issues. If you watch the game game on Friday night, you might have seen a few familiar faces, including Brandon Escoto, Luis Perez, Ishmael Rojo, and Iram Pollo Ruiz. Unfortunately, that did not pay off, as the Sockers still lost to Chihuahua 5-8. But because of those 7 players that played on Friday, there were several players that didn't have to make the trip to Chihuahua and have fresh legs for tonight's game. Those players include Captain Craig Childs, veteran goalkeeper Boris Pardo, Keko Gonton, Leonardo de Oliveira, and Charlie Gonzalez. So we'll see tonight if the other part of the front office's strategy of having players with fresh legs pays off tonight. Craig and Tony, back to you.
All right, Melissa, thank you so very much. Joe Musgrove's sister down on the floor for the inaugural first kick. So much pomp and circumstance tonight. It's a Super Bowl feel, but you have that when you've got the Sockers and the Savage, Tony. 2 of the best sides in the league and 2 of the top title contenders, to be sure.
Absolutely. This is a matchup that both teams have highly circled on their calendar. They met up in Chihuahua last Friday, where Chihuahua Savage proved exactly why it's so difficult to play at Corner Sport Arena. But now back at Frontwave with, honestly, some brand new visuals here. As you can see, it might have a factor into the actual matchup and run of play. But either way, the Sockers need to make sure they make a statement once again against Chihuahua on this field.
Well, speaking of the Sockers, they check in 11-3, 30 points. A victory by Kansas City moved them down to 3rd place. In action right now, Baltimore and Empire. That result could slide them all the way to 4th place. Devoy Morgan, leading goal scorer with 15 goals. Goal differential down to plus 18. Boris Pardo in net tonight, looking for his 8th win of the season. The class of the league is the Chihuahua Savage. They check in 14-2 on the year, 40 points. 1st place, a plus 71 goal differential. Take a look at that. It's 42 goals ahead of 2nd place in the league. That's how far in front the Savage are. Jorge Rios, 21 goals, 34 points. Diego Reynoso and Christian Hernandez expected to split time in net. That's what they've been doing all year. They have been successful in doing it all year. And, you know, it was interesting hearing Melissa chat about it. The decision made by Phil Silvaggio, essentially to get out there into the Mexican buyout market. All of the players who are unable right now to find a spot on an MASL roster. And, you know, before you even talk about the strategy, obviously it didn't work in terms of wins or losses. Sockers lost. They were behind the whole match, essentially. But I think the only thing to truly underline is that the Major Arena Soccer League and visa/immigration issues continue to be just a confounding force. So many great players that should be stars in this league, like Ismael Rojo, like Pollo Ruiz, on the outside looking in right now.
Absolutely. Just talent littered and waiting over in Mexico, as you mentioned some of those names. But in practice, it's different when you have an actual game to go ahead and put yourself and slot yourself into a San Diego Sockers team that has been building chemistry, that has been building a style of play this season so far with some of the new players in Mendez and Morales, against a team in Chihuahua that know exactly every blade of synthetic grass over in Corner Sport Arena, and every bounce. It's very difficult to go out there as we have kickoff here.
Rich Grady and Josh Wilkins are on floor officials. The whistle is sounded. The first of 4 15-minute quarters underway on the brand new blue turf. Royal blue, Estiel Escalante bumps off Serta, shoots, and a kick save by Pardo in the first 15 seconds. A test for the 40-year-old goalkeeper of the San Diego Sockers. The Savage, white shirts, red shorts, red socks, running right to left across your screens here on YouTube at MASL TV. The Sockers in blue, blue shorts with a yellow trim, yellow socks going left to right. How this floor plays is going to be a subplot this evening. We were down there, the two of us. Again, there's never been a game nor a practice on this floor. This is the initial game action. It's right now. And from what we saw in warm-ups and just feeling it ourselves, it's a plush carpet that is yet to be worn down, Tony. And that means it's almost like playing on top of a tightly packed snowdrift. The ball is going to stop. Friction is going to slow it down where it would normally roll, and I think we already saw that on the Escalante steel.
100%, and new isn't always better, especially to start it off with a game of such importance here as Chihuahua is trying to get out of a corner. But definitely, aesthetics is absolutely beautiful, but the actual way that the ball runs and turns, it's going to slow the game down, potentially to the benefit of San Diego and their play style against a fast and furious Chihuahua.
The call here is a double touch against goalkeeper Diego Reynoso. You only get one touch for your goalkeeper in the run of play before they cross midfield or before the other team touches it. So San Diego is gifted this free kick just outside the right post and the scoring area. Charlie to Childs, and that one is out of play but deflected off the foot of Carlos Papa Hernandez. It'll be a corner kick now, just a foot or two behind for Charlie Gonzalez. Charlie leads the club with 21 points to match the number 21 on the back of his kit. 7 goals, 14 assists.
Right here, just trying to get some chaos inside of that new fan club white box.
Tried to feed it to Tavoy. It got blocked out and limps its way back to Boris Pardo. Xavier Snare Williams started Friday in Chihuahua. Ivan Terry Munoz, who was the backup keeper for the Savage for 3 seasons, he wound up playing most of the second half for San Diego, one of several hired guns south of the border that the Sockers put on employ. Here's a ball taken away by Cesar Ruiz, taken back by Christian Gutierrez. It's down to Luis Medrano and the Savage. 2 minutes done here, getting settled in, and I mean quite literally settled in on the new turf. Navy blue and white. Chopping into the corner, Javier Gallegos. Leaning on Mendez, got away from him, and then Cardenas goes down, and he's taking a couple swift kicks to the kidney from Gallegos, and the whistle sounds to move the ball back to San Diego.
And 2 teams with history in very important moments in the regular season, but more importantly in the postseason. It's going to have some chippiness, as you can see here. A lot of space to play around, but a lot of space to also get yourself into corners. As Chihuahua once again starts.
Savage have an opportunity out to right wing right now. Cut back and across to Jaime Alejandro Romero. Here comes Romero. Dancing in, working in on Keiko Gontan, the Spaniard. Back to Medrano. Good possession from the Savage. Dancing across Gallegos. He fell in the run of play. No whistle, no foul. Gets the ball back. Ben Raymond back in the lineup after missing about 4 in a row. He's going to be put directly into the defensive cauldron. Gabriel Costa got a touch on the ball to put it back Savage way. But Diego Reynoso has it. Little left-handed bowl out to the near wall. We're from the north side of the Frontwave Arena looking down for you. Escalante to Brian Flaco Macias. In the middle, Drew Ruggles gets a touch. Scooped away by Pedro Castaneda. And Castaneda gets it back to the captain, Roberto Escalante. He was an MASL All-Star, didn't get to go to Utica due to travel. Here's Romero stepping in, looking for the back post. Cesar Cerda, a critical intervention to deny a potential tap-in for Hugo Puentes on the back end. This minute's been all Chihuahua. 4th minute of the match elapsed as Macias plays it back to Escalante. The veteran leaders are out there for the Savage right now, including La Roca up top. 14 goals for Hugo Puentes. He's looking for the ball right now. Boris had to head it off the corner goal glass. Macias gets a touch on it, flicks to the top middle. Cerda lifts it out. Savage able to run it down, but first we've got a whistle. And a foul on Chihuahua.
Last time the Sockers faced Chihuahua here at home, they came out incredibly fast with the up-tempo and got scores very quickly in the first quarter, almost stunning Chihuahua. You never want to let the Savage really settle into a matchup here as a mistake. Coming out the back by Ruggles.
This is the 3rd of 4 meetings between these two clubs, 2 home, 2 away. Home floor counted for the win in each of the first 2, so the clubs are 1-1. But today, that critical 3rd meeting, and more importantly, the home-and-home series, Puentes kind of danced into the wall. Ruggles not happy with the call, but the whistle and the common foul will give a scoring chance here to Cesar Ruiz and the Savage. Rios, always dangerous. Number 16 is on the mid wall. He's got the ball. Rios, front and center, finding Jorge Leal. The Tijuanense has been excellent in matches here in San Diego. Rios charging the corner. Ball got past Pardo, but it whistled past the far post, and nobody home for the Savage. Morales on duty there. Gave it back to Ruggles. Leal with the aerial intervention. Picked it up. Rios scoops and turns. Jorge Rios down the middle. Plays to Puentes on the mid wall. Leaves it back. Leal's shot bouncing in, and a reaction save by Pardo. Looks like Ruiz got a touch on that point blank deflection, and Pardo stayed with it.
An absolute great stop by Pardo, being able to read the trajectory of the ball as Morgan goes down, holding his leg, asking for a foul here.
Morgan says he was clipped. The call goes the other way against Costa. Nothing for Tavoy.
Once again, that was a difficult save in order to follow by Pardo, but an even bigger effort by the Savage as here they come again.
Shot on net by Reynoso. Pardo up to the task. But as Melissa mentioned in her report as well, beyond the hired gun theory, there's the fresh leg theory. Craig Childs down there, one of the players who did not travel. Leo another, Pardo another, Gontan another, Charlie another. These are all players who are playing their first match of the week when most of the Savage are playing their second. Can it be advantageous as the match wears on? So far, Savage looked like a well-oiled machine. Solid.
It'll be easy to have a short memory for the Sockers, especially since most of these players didn't travel or play in Chihuahua. See if they're able to defend their home turf here.
Gallegos at midfield. If you notice, each pass looks like it takes just a little more effort than they are used to. Almost like a heavier gravity playing on this brand new floor. Gallegos heads it Pardo with an easy scoop.
However, an advantage of having new turf is that there are no necessarily dead zones or dead spots where the ball doesn't bounce or just die there. The momentum carries on as, watch out.
Morales put Pardo in hot water. Now he's helping him get out of it. Mendez got the outlet pass through midfield. Crosses, well read by Popper. Carlos Hernandez came up with a steal counterattack going the other way, but Gallegos didn't have the ball on his toe under control, and Leo scoops it out from under him, from behind his knee. Now Gutierrez gets put into a double team, and Popper's got it. Carlos Hernandez across the middle. It's Romero. Back out Escalante. Shot blocked by Cardenas. And Morgan heads it back out to offensive midfield. Next dead ball will be our first official's timeout. Looking for the game's first goal as well. Cut to the middle. Well done, Castaneda. Now it came back. Could have been a handball. Was called a handball against Jose Gilberto Lopez.
Usually there's a feeling out process by both teams, but right now it seems like Chihuahua is feeling really good about the way they would want to attack here, the Sockers. And Sockers haven't really had any real offense on Reynoso's net. Here comes Charlie.
Not a chance yet, to be honest. Charlie in trouble there, dancing through the midfield. Had two guys around the ball. Raymond forced to twist and turn. Morgan now trying to turn on the gasolina. Cerda. And this could be and shall be a mistake by Reynoso. He heads it out of play for defensive clearance. And after this timeout, the Sockers are going to get a top-of-the-arc scoring chance. No score yet. These teams have met in 3 straight Ron Newman Cup semifinals. They're sizing each other up. And we're back with a dangerous scoring chance for San Diego next on MASL TV. We're back with a top-of-the-arc set piece for the San Diego Sockers, trying to find the first goal of the match. Scoreless with 7 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Charlie Gonzalez, assist leader, back heels to Costa, who shoots it high off the goal frame. Retrieved, offensive midfield. Morales steps inside his defender, shoots! Save deflected off the hands of Reynoso. Back to Morales, tipped away from him at the last second by a Chihuahua defender. That was Leal, who got a touch on it. Best chance for San Diego by far right there in the early going of this match.
Reynoso looked to have some trouble tracking that ball into his hands there as this ball gets cleared into almost ready fan there, but that's exactly what San Diego needs to go ahead and do, is pepper that goal and have a chance to have somebody in the middle to rebound as Ruggles comes in.
Had it on the run for a moment. Pushed off by Hugo Puentes, back to Cerda. The defensive captain of the Sockers, the veteran of Saltillo, Mexico. Mountainous region of Mexico. Battle for the ball right in between the penalty boxes. Pedro Castaneda, who's been a surprising scorer for this club. 12 goals, 18 points. Sees the cross pass, one hop over the short wall for a Sockers kick in. Tavoy Morgan battling with Luis Medrano as Cardenas looks for an outlet. Rolls and finds Morgan, who comes up to accept the ball in offensive midfield. To the middle to Cardenas. Charlie right wing trying to refeed Tavoy into the left corner. Here's Morgan. 15 goals on the season. Next goal for Tavoy will be 150 in his MASL career. Charlie on the move, crossing, looking for Costa. The Brazilian is dropped, no call, play on. Rich Grady watching right in front of him as Charlie runs past Cesar Ruiz and comes up with the ball. Out of his crease is Pardo. Fakes right, moves left through Mitchell Cardenas. This ball's in trouble. Intercepted by the Savage. That allows us to re-engage and get another touch. He'll play Gutierrez in the defensive middle. What a transition it's been for Christian Gutierrez this year, Tony. Moving from playing the defensive runner forward position, as this ball's loose in the corner for a minute, to now being a defender. Push on Childs, no. No harm, no foul, play on. Brought down Gallegos. Gallegos, good chance. Kick save. Pardo with the right leg. Back to Rios. Blocked by Raymond. And Taylor Bond back in the lineup for the first time since his collision here 2 months ago. Came out and got a touch. That's a new entry to the lineup that we did not have before the match. Taylor Walter Bond.
An intense and physical presence for the San Diego Sockers that are very thankful to have Walter Taylor Bond here. But going back to that action with Reynoso, it looked like he had everything to go ahead and catch that ball, but his play style is a distributor as well. It seems like he got a little bit too confident, wanted to parry that into a self-pass to pass it with his legs, and now top of the arc restart.
Here comes Charlie. Fake. Childs, shoot. Off the wall, looking for the Morgan header. Rios is able to kick it out with a half chilena. From the original lineup we got, looks like Bond is in for Juan Salazar. No score yet. 4:10 left in the first quarter. It's been quite a good quarter despite the lack of goals.
Seems some good offense from both teams. And really how they're going to go ahead and plan the rest of this matchup is being dictated right here.
Leo trying to tiptoe his way through a double team. Ball spins back to the southpaw Reynoso. Jumping off of the bench was Macias. Had a half step and now does a full step on Mendez. Trying to cross to the back post. Serta was able to one-hop it over the fence, denying a defensive clearance. Quick restart for Chihuahua. Happy to have you with us, MASL Soccer on MASL TV and YouTube. Craig Elston, Tony Sanchez, Melissa May, our Imota television crew. Final match of the week, of All-Star Week. Mendez in trouble. Down was Romero. I think he just got the ball off his face. He's back up. Costa clears out. Could be 2v1. Here comes Leo trying to find Mendez. Tovar got in the way. Well done by the Monterrey veteran, Eric Tovar. He diffused the counterattack by himself. Now Sebastian Mendez, always with that step into the potent left foot. He's at the end of a shift, and the Sockers will change with Ruggles holding the ball. 2:47 left on a running clock, first quarter. A scoreless first quarter. Who will set the tone? Leo. Been battling back from injury, dealing with a couple of lower body issues. See how he continues in the match. Here's Tavoy. Two men bracketing him. Plays it back. Leo had to jump up to get that ball, and then it's a tip steal for a moment. Blown off of the ball was Lopez, Jose Gilberto Lopez, and the foul called on San Diego.
And what's going to be very important to keep an eye on is the work rate of both of these teams. In order to keep up with Chihuahua, you have to go ahead and almost mirror that high press and intensity that they bring. And we'll see if San Diego's able to do that here.
Savage had the ball back to the point. Castaneda through two. Pinball. Bond crashed in off the low wall. Cardenas is able to curve one all the way down to the attacking line where Reynoso comes out. Left-footed distribution. Bounces through the crease. Charlie Gonzalez runs it down on the near corner and punts one up for Bond to drop in between three Savage defenders. Sockers with it on their toe with 1:45. Ruggles under pressure. Castaneda trying to steal it from him. Cardenas has to work all the way back to his goal wall. Plays it back to Charlie. And now Pardo will get a touch in the mix. Says, where do you want me to go? His only outlet still in his own zone. It's Mitchell Cardenas. Mitchell plays it forward now. The captain, Craig Childs. To the middle and Costa. 1:22 in the first quarter. Costa fakes right, moving left. Shoots left, little toe poke shot. Rebound, goal! Ruggles found the loose ball, and he found Costa for the second chance score. And the Sockers late in the first quarter, out on the good foot, 1-0.
And you can see Costa right here, absolutely no space, but he's able to generate enough power to actually try to get a shot on goal. Turns into an assist. Yeah, aquí un pim pam pam. And it goes in after a couple of rebounds, finding Ruggles. That's exactly what they have to do, is just keep being intentional with the way that they move forward on Reynoso's goal. Keep being stubborn, you get rewarded. 1-0 San Diego.
And for Drew Ruggles, that point gives him 150 in his major Arena Soccer League career. Congratulations to the dreadnought of the defensive line, Drew Ruggles. 150 MASL points. 13:47 that time, a goal. We got a whistle restarting action. Josh Wilkins bringing Taylor Bond and Jorge Leal over. And not exactly sure why this happened the way it did. But they wanted to have a word with the two and say, hey, guys, calmate.
I think Taylor understood that. Understands calmate.
No, then he turned to Taylor and said, calm down. Here comes Reynoso working toward the magic minute. First quarter, Savage want a quick response here after the Sockers score in the 14th minute. Medrano Leal with the blonde shock of bleached hair. Puentes playing forehead ball, then he curves one to the middle. It's corkscrewing around 4 players and then put back into more danger by Mendez. Quite unintentionally, I'm sure, but the tic-tac-toe almost worked, and then Leal blasted it into the San Diego bench and out of play.
San Diego's being very, very careful about passing the ball in the back because these quick Chihuahua players can pounce on it on a dime.
They're moving around the official match ball of the MASL. That's Mitre. Established in 1817, Mitre, one of the leading soccer brands worldwide. Learn more at mitre.com. Delay, warning. Called against Los Salvajes. Josh Wilkins reminding him of the 5-step rule that you have to take all 5. Now he says, I'll take 6. And then he stepped right back into it. Hilarious. Going down to Morgan, 28 seconds. The late Sockers goal here would be a real stunner in the flow of this match. Serra, 21 seconds. Probing. Pinballs back to Morgan off the forehead of Romero, trying to turn to his right foot. 13 seconds, he has to walk it into the right corner. 12 seconds into a double team. Final 10 seconds. Looks like the Savage might, nope, Serra shoots wide off the goal wall. Gontan couldn't find it. Puentes will keep it away from the Spaniard and bring an end to the first quarter of play. But Drew Ruggles with the quick refeed to Gabriel Costa. Costa got all the action started, and after 15 complete, it's the Sockers 1-0. Second quarter run from Oceanside's Frontwave Arena next.
Across the nation, MASL players are giving back, utilizing their professional power to touch and inspire people in their local communities nationwide. Free soccer clinics, where kids can meet their heroes and learn new skills. After-school programs and special events. And surprise visits to the classroom. Visiting brave kids in the hospital, bringing joy and hope. Supporting special needs care, partnering with local businesses, and so much more. MASL, passion on the field, purpose off the field, committed to community.
Second quarter about to begin at Frontwave Arena. Chihuahua, small dog, big bite. The Savage, 147 goals on the season, over 9 goals per match. 12 players on their team are in double-digit scoring through 14 matches this season, 16 I should say. At home, 11.3 goals per match. But on the road, 4-2. That goals average almost cut in half, Tony, to 5.7. That's what the Sockers are counting on, not only to try and win this match here tonight, up 1-0, but to remember that the quarterfinals and semifinals are single elimination here at Frontwave Arena. San Diego, while they want to finish 1-2, I don't think they'd be that upset if they wound up running into the Savage as a semifinalist and having that semifinal rematch, but having it here for just one game.
And it's being spoken about every time an opponent goes into Corner Sport Arena, just how much of an advantage that is. And you know what? The Savage is also being able to adapt and come into the larger floors and really, oh, that's a foul here.
Foul on Macias.
And really be able to mold their play style into a larger field, which honestly, it's a matter of fitness at one point. But I'll tell you something, Chihuahua Savage is an organization that has fitness top of mind at all times.
Couldn't agree more. Ball off the sidewall. Tovar has it for Chihuahua. A foul behind the play on San Diego that had dumped Romero to the turf. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, including all the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. Check it out at MASLsoccer.com. Blocked by Mendez, but using a high foot. They'll restart the action here. The lone goal at 13:47 of the first quarter. Gabriel Costa from Drew Ruggles. Ruggles' 150th MASL point. Ball came down in between Leo and Ruggles. Now Mendez with Morales, his Texas teammate. Into the corner they go. Morales with two around him. Spins, works it right to the edge of the crease. Draws a foul. This should be played out high up top, Tony. Could be a dangerous chance for San Diego.
Morales doing well and trying to squeeze through an impossible space, knowing that there's going to be contact. One of two things: you get fouled and have a favorable position for a set piece, or you get a shot on goal and opportunity. We'll see what happens with the set piece here.
It's Costa blocked. Ruiz and Popper in the middle. Now back to Costa to the left foot. Kick save by Reynoso. And he picks up the rebound off the sidewall. Minute 20 done in the second quarter. 1-0 Sockers. Tavoy gets clobbered on the way in, and Phil Salvaggio saw it right in front of him, and he throws the flag before anyone speaks of it. Thinks this is a blue card worthy foul. I can't imagine, Tony, that this would be worthy of a blue card in a challenge. Just seeing it out of the side of my eye, but let's see what the replay reveals on MASL video review.
Absolutely. What they're going to be arguing is potentially an extended arm.
Yeah, it's Phil made a punching motion, not as if he wanted to punch Rich Grady, but as if to signify what he saw happen. Again, this play happened right in front of the
San
Sockers
Diego
head coach.
is challenging for a potential red card.
Okay, well, challenge for a red, shoot for the moon and maybe hit the stars. You never know. It's MASL video review. Phil Salvaggio coming into tonight, 178 wins in the MASL against 40 losses and 5 OT losses. His all-time PASL included Sockers record, 248 wins. Okay, let's take another look. There's Tavoy on the turf. We need a punching motion. Okay, well, we're going to see the beginning of this now. Bump, shove. So there was a little bit of swing.
Yeah.
There was a swing. Swing. Now watch the left arm of Escalante. Not here, but here.
Ooh, okay. That definitely looks like some sort of clubbing motion.
Now, I would say it didn't contact Tavoy because, and maybe a subsequent elbow did, because otherwise it was a time-delayed hit. Meanwhile, the two teams need to be separated between their benches. You're watching the replay. We can just tell you nothing's actually happening, but both teams have kind of approached the midline, and we're talking to one another as we watch again Escalante. We watch the left arm. We see the swinging motion through. I don't know that but then the second elbow comes through as well, and this is the one that maybe got a piece of Tavoy. Here comes the call.
We have a blue card. Chihuahua number 4, 2 minutes, striking.
A successful challenge from Phil Salvaggio. Striking is the call on Escalante. The Sockers get their challenge back. And with 13:33 remaining in the second quarter, it's a Sockers power play trying to build on a 1-0 lead, Tony.
Absolutely, and this is one of those decisions that more times than not sometimes just gets overlooked in this transitional game at the game speed, but definitely an advantage for San Diego now in a power play situation. So all credit to Phil Salvaggio, who saw that happen right in front of him, and almost like he had the challenge flag immediately in his hands.
Yeah, he's ready. San Diego Sockers have the night's first power play. San Diego leads the league at a 53% conversion rate, 8 for 15. Chihuahua is 11 for 15 in killing penalties, 73%, which is middle of the pack, 5th in the league. Charlie Gonzalez has Morales in the middle, tried to slip him the ball in between two, couldn't turn around and do anything with it. And now it is up to Charlie to get it back. He cannot. Brian Macias runs into Gabriel Costa. Sockers now have the ball back. 1:33 remaining on this power play, which will count down either to 11:33 remaining or to a Sockers goal that could build on this 1-0 lead. San Diego has allowed 2 shorthanded goals this season. They've both been here. I should actually correct that. One here, one away, but both against Tacoma. Here's Charlie to Luis Morales. Charlie in the middle. Back post is Childs. Right wing is Costa. Left wing Morales. There he is. Front and center Charlie. Pass blocked by Macias. Well done. Childs steps up. Can't steal. Another clearance for Chihuahua. And Ruiz getting into the hip of Costa forces some more time off the clock. 51 seconds on the man advantage. It's Morales tipping it to Charlie. Charlie looking now. Leo's gone down to the back post. Here's Charlie in the middle. Leo runs to the middle. Morales out there. No Tavoy, by the way. Important to note. He'd normally be in the middle. Here's Charlie creeping in. 33 seconds on the power play. Costa had to settle the ball. Shoots for the back post. Childs couldn't put it on frame. Those two have teamed up on that shot pass multiple times. Morales shoots. Punch save made by Reynoso. Cleared by Leal. 20 seconds as Prado comes up to reinvigorate the ball. 15 seconds as Gonzalez probes the defense. It's Leo on the mid-wall. Leo stepping out, curving, looking for a back post feed to Morales. Kicked out by Leal. Macias knocks it down. Costa gets it back. 4 seconds on the power play. Costa stepping in. Costa stepping through. Costa rolling down. Morales on the corner. Power play over. And out of the box is Escalante. Sockers still on the pressure. It's Costa to the middle looking for Morales. Leo steps in. A little room on right wing. Off the wall. Morales. Save Reynoso. Point blank and he covers up. What a save by the pride of Mexico City.
Excellent defensive effort by Chihuahua there, not only to close every avenue that San Diego had, but really show an imposing effort that they can, especially without Escalante here, and he's going to come back with a vengeance right now.
Escalante creeping in, pushed off by Cerda. No harm, no foul, no blood, no ambulance, no sangre, no ambulante. Y no hay falta. Now, tension's getting high. People pointing and saying 1-1. No, score's 1-0. Each pointing 1, agreeing that 1 is the number of goals total scored in this match.
And this is where it's going to be a total output by both of these teams, both physically and mentally, in order to keep a cool head and composure throughout. Chihuahua is, very good at poking at this San Diego team because they know they've had the upper hand, and San Diego knows that they need to come up and match that energy as well.
So fun to watch these two teams do battle. The intensity is through the roof.
Talk about Diego Reynoso, too, a weapon in that power play situation, a point-blank shot, and to have this technique, to have the ball parried in front of you instead of being able to rebound it and have a chance for the Sockers. He's very sound at distribution and shot-stopping ability.
Ball flew into the corner stands and appears to be wedged in between popcorns and hot dogs. Someone's got to bring it back. Here it comes. By the way, 30 minutes before the match, there weren't too many people here, and now it's a great crowd. Where do they come from?
I think we were part of the Parade of Champions earlier.
Maybe.
Teacher Appreciation Night.
Oh,
Boris.
look out. Boris in hot water, had to play it back to Cardenas' outlet. And now it's loose. And jumping up is Mitchell Cardenas to deflect a dangerous opportunity. Now he's on the other end of the counterattack. Fires it into the stands at pace. Keep your head on a swivel. Your safety is our greatest concern.
Cardenas decided to take that first time. He did have some space to run forward. Felt himself confident in order to go ahead and have that shot lasered through. And this is what this slower pitch also offers. A chance for the ball to be a little bit more sedentary. And those small margins are enough to put more power onto a shot, especially for professionals such as these.
Morgan, the pass from Mendez was shot like a fastball off of his chest and out of play. Tavoy was open, but he wanted a pass, not a blast. Good times. Hey, Green Drop offers a better alternative than the outdated compression sleeves and socks, truly providing long-lasting relief at an affordable price. Check it out yourself. Go to greendropcompression.com. Taylor Bond, under the compression of back-to-back players, gets it loose to Ben Raymond. Cerda with Castaneda on his hip. Mendez on the way off the floor has a touch, and the Sockers carefully avoid too many men on the floor. Here's Costa now. Third touch comes into the left side, now over to the point to Cerda. No goals yet this year for Cesar Cerda. Had 13 last season. One of the top goal-scoring defenders in the league. He's on 0 and 3 assists with only 10 matches left. Ruggles bangs one off of a seat and up into the peristyle end of the Frontwave Arena.
And again, Ruggles, another player that fancies himself from long distance and has been successful as well. That strong left foot of his. Here Reynoso got himself into some hot water by being dispossessed as well. Now he's distributing.
High off the goal glass, down to Puentes, blocked by the face of Cerda. Chipped through and tipped away by Ruggles, away from Cesar Ruiz, out to Medrano. Shot partially blocked. Pardo takes it off Puentes' toe. And the 40-year-old throws a distribution down the floor. Chested by Ruggles to Morgan. Tavoy standing over. Slide tackle of the ball by Chihuahua. Leo gets it back. Cerda, front and center, he's bracketed. Out to Leo. To the middle, Tavoy, tipped away from him, well defended by Medrano. And a foul called on the Sockers forward.
And you're hardly going to see a player defend it as hard as you will Tavoy Morgan, especially these Chihuahua defenders who know him all too well.
What's Drew doing? So look, he reached halfway down to try and touch the ball. What are you doing, Drew?
Una finta, una finta.
La cabeza no está aquí. Here's Gutierrez. Leo to Christian with a head of steam. Giles in front of him asking for the ball. Flicks it along to Cardenas, makes a run to the middle. Mitchell to the trailer, Leo. Can he step into one? To the middle, looking for Giles. Tipped off of his foot. Counterattack available potentially for Chihuahua. And then Giles cynically runs down Romero at midfield.
We've seen both defenses have very, very razor-thin touches on the ball in order to go ahead and stop the play from continuing. Very small margins on both ends. These teams are going to be separated by a mistake, and nobody wants to commit.
Into the dead ball window for an official's timeout, under 8 minutes to play in the half. Here's Gallegos. Javier Gallegos wearing the number 10 to Tovar. Eric, former San Diego Soccer, ball back through Leal. Cardenas has to battle him for possession. Leo coming in on support. So is Eric, and he's got it. Tovar on the right foot. Out for the shot. High and wide off the goal glass by Pareja. Now Gutierrez turns and finds space. He's got Mendez off the goal wall. Or I should say the penalty box wall. Now he just puts two hands in the small of Escalante's back, and that's called a foul. Find it in the textbook right there.
See Mendez, you know, have that size differential between him and Escalante. Looked like Mendez was reaching up for the small of his back.
Because he was. Reynoso, Mendez on pursuit. Cerda. Stepping out, Jose Gilberto Lopez. It's Popper into the crowd. All the way to the Cutwater Lounge on the fly. And that takes us to the officials' timeout. Still 1-0 Sockers. What a defensive match we have for you on this MASL Sunday night. Back with more after this.
Please, 6 call, runway 26 right, clear.
One nothing Sockers, second quarter from Frontwave Arena on this MASL All-Star Week. Shout out to the Major Arena Soccer League for their first true in-season All-Star game. They had the one they called an All-Star game to kick off the COVID season. But this at Utica on Wednesday. Team Kelvin beating Team Pereira 7-3. Congrats to all involved. Out to Ben Raymond. Sockers on attack, trying to double that lead. Luis Morales in the corner, blocked by Escalante. Gallegos under pressure. 3 Sockers surround him. And out of the phone booth, Morales gets the touch. Cerda now being forced and turned and twisted backward. And it's Morales again on attack. He can step through a double team. Out to Cerda, a little space for Cesar for a moment. Back to Morales, front and center. Going to his left foot here to shoot. Knee save made by a sprawling Diego Reynoso.
Excellent positioning by Reynoso. Off his line, ready to pounce on any sort of cross or corner.
Here's Cerda. Barrel roll down. Charlie in the middle. Here's Cerda. Kick save again. Reynoso, the master of economy. Minimal steps for maximal effort. Bond trying to trip loose Charlie. That was Leal who brought him down. And the blue card is shown. Is that card on Leal or is that on San Diego in retaliation? It's on Cerda. And Chihuahua gets a chance to answer on the power play.
Cesar Cerda deciding to go to ground there and taking that risk in order to go ahead and try to stop the counterattack that Chihuahua was presenting. Unfortunately, didn't get any of the ball. Got all the ball of the ankle. It's 2 minutes.
Kicking is the call. So for the Savage, they check in 6th in the league at 7 for 19, 37%. The Sockers 6th in the league, 12 for 17 on the kill, 71% with 2 shorthanded goals. Power play begins with 5:52 remaining in the first half. It'll count down either to 3:52 remaining or to a Savage goal, which could knot up the score. It's 1-0 San Diego. Papa Hernandez, Roberto Escalante, Hugo Puentes, Jorge Rios, and Gallegos in the corner. He's got the ball. They do not have the power play time up on the scoreboard. Popper dancing in the middle. Escalante space. We remind you it'll count to 3:52 remaining. So still in the first minute. Rios keeps it moving to Popper. Hernandez cuts it. Escalante, right wing, the left footer, back to Popper. No space, good movement by Christian Gutierrez at the front of the house. Now the shot! What a goal! Que golazo, Pareja! Remate! 1-1.
Doing very well with that shot. A beautiful curling effort. All the space in the world because of the man down for San Diego. Gives enough space to just read and connect beautifully. Nothing for Boris Pardo to do but to make that shot look more pretty by trying to dive to his left. And that's as dangerous as you'll find Chihuahua. Almost a super power play with Reynoso playing at half field. Almost better to get it out and not have so much energy exerted. If they're going to score, go ahead and have them score. Get back to full strength. 1-1.
Rios from Escalante, his 23rd goal for Jorge Rios. And for Escalante, his 4th assist of the year, 13th point. Final 5 minutes of the second quarter. Cerda and Costa. Such a quick turn of events. And now it can turn just as fast. Rushing the middle on counterattack, Chihuahua. Tovar leaves it off. Nice run, Castaneda. Blocked out of there by Ben Raymond. Well done by Raymond. Morgan draws the common foul against. Savoy can't accept that every foul is not a card. He had anger for Grady on the way out. That's the passion Tavoy plays with, Tony.
Exactly. But that passion sometimes is mismeasured, and in the eyes of an officiating crew could potentially mean a card for him, as we've seen in the past.
Cerda with the one-hop punt off of the goal wall. Diego's got it. Reynoso, so calm. It's remarkably still and calm. And sometimes you'll see the ball go past him with him standing still, but it's because that person found the exact measurement to beat him. He has the angles covered in the literal sense. That's why he's one of the best in the league.
It's a completely different style from, say, a Boris Pardo or a Chris Toth. Even the way he's built, he's able to go ahead and have such a big presence.
Rios, nice turn in the middle. Pardo, though, is going to be able to kick it along the south wall. Taken back by Chihuahua. Nice turn in. Look out. Flacco couldn't get on it. Goal wall repass into the middle. Blocked by Ruggles. A denial of a point-blank goal from Jaime Alejandro Romero. That one from outside from Rios, just high and wide. 3.5 to go in the second quarter. Popper, the powerful Popper, scored an overtime golden goal in Game 3 2 seasons ago to send the Savage to their first ever Ron Newman Cup Finals that they would eventually win, beating Baltimore. Popper says, I got pushed.
Chihuahua turning a different gear here, trying to bury with the energy that they have. The Sockers going into halftime perhaps, and going in with the lead. The Sockers have to have some sort of response on offense.
Back to Reynoso. I agree, Chihuahua's turned it up. Ruiz and Ruggles dancing on the south wall. Jose Gilberto Lopez took it back for the Savage. Out to Luis Medrano. Coming up at halftime, bring you an interview I recorded prior to the match with Sockers captain Craig Childs as Reynoso shoots it over the goal glass and off of the oddly placed desk behind the western goal, where I only assume somebody sits at some time.
Sure, they had fans at Frontwave Arena welcome the great Ramon Ayala yesterday. Brought the house down.
Yeah.
Familiar with Ramon Ayala and his accordion skills?
Nope. But it sounds great. I listened to accordion on Grupo Frontera.
Oh.
They have great accordion.
Weird Al Yankovic, still the GOAT, as We do have a game here.
Leo charging. Weird Al Yankovic mentioned. Unexpected on a non-St. Louis broadcast. Nonetheless. Oh, Leo. Arm up from Medrano. Common foul call. 2:12 to go. Mendez. 2v1 down low. Cardenas couldn't get the pass away. Gallegos blocked it over the wall. But a corner coming up for San Diego.
There's been a couple of instances where there's a clear pathway in play to have a dangerous shot, but that final pass takes a couple of extra seconds here. Chadley restarting.
Quick, and then tipped by Medrano, and now Costa has to run it down. One thing about these set pieces, and we've seen it many times, including this season, Tony, when the Sockers go to that all-attacker, no-defender formation, Tavoy back rolling, Charlie in the corner on the half wall. There's great opportunities to score, but there's also great opportunities to get countered if the ball goes the wrong way. Morales is under pressure from Castaneda, wrestled him down, no foul called. Ben Raymond goes the other way, triggers Tavoy in the middle. Tavoy to Charlie. Charlie's in on goal. Knee save by the ever-calm Reynoso. Charlie picks the pocket of Gallegos. Tavoy off the bench. Settle shoots and scores! Tavoy Morgan, his 150th career goal, and the Sockers 2-1 lead.
Give Charlie Gonzalez a lot of credit for this play right here, winning the ball back at half field, noticing that Tavoy Morgan has a little bit of space, just enough to create a toe poke shot that gets past Reynoso. What a great effort play by the San Diego Sockers to go ahead and put them 2-1 with 1:20 left in the second quarter.
The two goals for the Sockers in this match have come at 13:47 and 13:40.
Waiting out Chihuahua, letting them play their game and striking at an opportune time. But man, Chadley's such an important player for the Sockers.
That steal was silky. Christian finds one off the penalty box wall. Bounding out to Raymond. Sockers' key objective here has to be to not allow a scoring chance in the final 65 seconds. Because the Savage have the ability to completely diffuse the momentum gained. Cerda, Childs, brought down Keiko, heads it across, looking for Costa. Puentes, target forward in midfield, had to take it away, no foul, play on. Keiko in the middle, right wing Childs, left-footed shot, and he corkscrewed it over the glass, softly cradled by a fan and lobbed back into the field of play.
What great vision by Keiko Gontan, and really having that distribution, that outdoor La Liga mentality to get a ball out into Childs to begin with. I don't think Childs was ready for that. The window was so small. What a player, too, Keiko Gontan.
Don't want to miss noticing this. Taylor Bond just sprinted off the field to keep a six-man on the floor penalty from happening. All-out sprint for a kid just back from injury. 32 seconds, Macias, Escalante, and the Savage with the ball at their toe. Will they find that scoring chance? We ask the Sockers not to provide. Puentes in the corner can generate it on his own. La Roca turning to the right foot, off the glass, parried by the hands of Pardo. Forward come the Sockers. With 14 seconds, it's Costa. Here comes Gabriel Costa. Puentes runs him down from behind for the foul.
And Costa keeping an eye right behind him, knowing that Puente was right behind him and waiting for that contact, knowing that that was going to stop the clock with 10 seconds now, and an opportunity for a set piece for San Diego and try to extend this to a 3-1 lead going into halftime.
And talking about that risk reward, three forwards out there, Morgan, Morales, and Childs, and Charlie shoots it off the glass, tries to find his own rebound. It's held off and away from him, and then he commits a foul. And with 4.6 seconds left in the half, Chihuahua gets one last touch. Childs needs to provide the proper distance, or he'll take a delay a game as well. Childs was saying, like, dude, you spotted the ball completely in the wrong spot. To the middle, Macias, Escalante, the half will close with the ball into the corner. What a half it was. High intensity, high pursuit. all-out action. Good saves, especially from Reynoso. One point-blank save by Pardo early. 2-1 on late goals in the first and second quarter by Costa and Morgan. Rios on the power play with the lone tally for the Savage in our opening 30 minutes, Tony. While we wait for Phil Salvaggio to come over, a reminder to check out MASL Monday, every Monday night, here on MASL TV, as well as CBS Sports Golazo Network, with Alex Bastiavansky and Phil Levanco, joined each week by special guests across the league to recap the weekend's action and discuss the league's hot topics. It's MASL Monday. Catch it tomorrow right here on MASL TV. 2-1 Sockers at the half. Here comes head coach Phil Salvaggio. He's standing by with Melissa May.
Coach, you made a strategic decision to save a couple players for tonight's game only. Are you happy with that decision so far?
You know, we didn't make that decision. It's just the way it worked out. We had some prior arrangements and some injuries. We couldn't get back over the border, and so that stuff happens.
And in terms of the fact that you are, defensively solid, how do you change it over? You've just taken 6 shots on goal. How do you turn up your offense?
Yeah, well, we care more about defense right now. If we don't let any more goals in, we win. So it's all about the defense, and these guys got to put their bodies on the line and block shots. And it really helps when the crowd's behind us, blocking shots, and when Boris makes a big save, we need all you guys to help us out.
Keep it simple, right, Coach?
Yes.
Thanks, Coach. Hey, fans, you heard what he said. You got to make some noise. Can you make some noise for me, please?
Yeah. All right, Melissa, appreciate you. It's time for halftime. Our interview with Craig Childs is up next, then MASL in 5, and we'll be back with third quarter kick before you know it. 2-1 Sockers, MASL TV.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.
It's halftime at Frontwave Arena between the San Diego Sockers and the Chihuahua Savage. Always a pleasure to catch up with the captain, Craig Childs. Craig, club went out on the road. Obviously, it's going to be a tough challenge to go to places like Kansas City, Chihuahua, but those are the teams you're going to fight for the championship. What's your thoughts heading into this one?
You know, honestly, we're looking to kind of get back into it. Those are 2 really tough road games, and we're excited to be in front of our home crowd on a brand new surface, and so it's going to be a great night.
Well, you just led me right into it. It's the navy blue and white. It's sure looking sharp, but for the club from a performance standpoint, what do you know?
It's going to take a little bit of time to adjust. Obviously, both teams on the surface tonight are going to have to figure it out, and you know, hopefully it's something we can use to our advantage moving forward. But this will be our first time in there, and same with Chihuahua. And so, you know, the ball, the turf, the walls, everybody has to use it. We'll figure it out.
Same thing down in Chihuahua. You had the opportunity to watch that one on Friday as the club winds up coming up short 8-5. But what can you learn from watching the Chihuahua play down there when you know the Savage come here and it's a very different game?
You know, they're a really good team. We've dueled with them for years. We know on free kicks they're really sharp. The little details of the game they take care of very well, and that's why they're a championship team, you know. And so we're looking forward to using the crowd here at Frontwave Arena to kind of motivate the win and get us back in winning ways.
Before we let you go, you had a couple young guys at the beginning of this year, Sebastian Mendez, Luis Morales added to the roster. Now you're getting down to the stretch run here, last 10 games. How do you feel the integration has gone?
It's gone well. You know, I think Mendez in particular has picked up as of late. And Morales struggled a little bit to bounce back from Kings League, but he's getting his feet under him. And candidly, you know, we get Bond back, we get the whole roster healthy and ready to go in these last 5 or 6 games and make a real run for the championship.
Looking forward to hearing that and to watching it. Craig, best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back with MASL in 5 and then first half highlights right here on MASL TV.
Across the nation, MASL players are giving back, utilizing their professional power to touch and inspire people in their local communities nationwide. Free soccer clinics, where kids can meet their heroes and learn new skills. After-school programs and special events. And surprise visits to the classroom. Visiting brave kids in the hospital, bringing joy and hope. Supporting special needs care, partnering with local businesses, and so much more. MASL, passion on the field, purpose off the field, committed to community.
Shoot! He scores!
Welcome back, everyone. This is MASL in 5. I'm Alex Bastiavansky. It is great to see you again. Thanks so much for watching. Sit back, relax. 5 minutes is all I need to get you caught up on all that's gone down in the league over the past week.
Brian Miller, a multi-sport official, quite talented baseball umpire, as I understand it. And right off the jump, a goal. And guess who? It's Kelvin Oliveira.
The MASL All-Star Game went down Wednesday night in Utica, New York. Team Kelvin Oliveira taking on Team Nick Pereira. The league's brightest stars all under one roof. Yes, Marco Fabian was there as well. And of course, UCFC's own Kelvin, who, as you saw in the first clip, opened the scoring just a few seconds in. The crowd at the Adirondack Bank Center was treated to a fabulous night. Alex Sanchez of the Milwaukee Wave made it 2-zip Team Kelvin a few minutes later. Of course, no chance Nick Pereira was going to be left off the score sheet in this contest, though. He drew his side to within 1 goal 5 minutes later, but On this night, like so many others this season, it once again belonged to the Brazilian maestro, Kelvin.
It is 2-1 Team Kelvin. Kelvin in the attacking third, from his left to his right, and he scores a banger. 3-1 Team Kelvin, he's got 2.
Oliveira with 3 goals plus a helper. He was the game's MVP as Team Kelvin took down Team Nick Pereira 7-3. And before the All-Star game, the skills competition went down, featuring all kinds of fun stuff, including a goalkeeper battle, a relay race, shootout, a crossbar challenge. Mario Alvarez hit the winning crossbar for Team Kelvin as they emerged victorious in the skills competition. What a great celebration of the indoor game it was in Utica. A few games from last weekend to tell you about San Diego and Kansas City. The Sockers came into this one on a 10-game win streak. That streak is no more as the Comets emerged victorious 9-6. The next night, a dangerous St. Louis team that's battling for a playoff spot gave the Sockers all they could handle, pushing them to overtime before Sebastian Mendez killed their upset hopes with the golden goal to win it 6-5. And Baltimore was visiting Utica. We were all set for a back and forth clash. That never panned out. UCFC opened a lot of eyes by spanking the Blast 8-3. Baltimore had been riding a 9-game winning streak. Milton de Andrade was the game's first star with 2 goals plus a helper. Your players of the week, your goalkeeper, Andrew Coughlin, defensive player, Guerrero Pino, and offensively, he is a regular on this list now, Kelvin Oliveira. We're going to start with him. Once again, a spectacular week for Kelvin. 7 points, 5 goals, 2 assists for the Brazilian magician in 2 UCFC wins. Defensively, Pino from the Kansas City Comets. He had 7 huge blocks in that big Comets victory over the San Diego Sockers. And in goal, Andrew Coughlin, absolutely solid for the Blues in 2 wins, picking up 20 saves and adding 2 assists as well. Your plays of the week now.
The pass, looks forward. Kelvin Oliveira all alone. Oliveira, saved by Rodriguez.
Possession through now into the feet of Powell. Powell back heel towards Romero. His second of the night. Really?
Although miscommunication right now, the Stars only have 5 on the field. It doesn't matter because Matt Brain has found the back of the net.
Down. What a goal, Charlie Gonzalez.
SK gets through. Chile!
Hard challenge from O'Keefe. Oliveira has to just give it up. De Andrade outside the line. Top shelf from De Andrade.
He's played anywhere he can get a chance to play, he can play, and he's that good. Zach Reagan.
Zach Reagan!
Just missed him, and now Welly Gramusi goes the other way. Now De Andrade turns the other way. His shot rifled in the net. Milton De Andrade.
A little help from Gontan. Costa to Mendez. Mendez, left foot, he scores. San Diego. They'll get 2 points tonight. Mendez.
And that is a wrap for this week's show. But just a reminder that all throughout the season, you can stay up to date on everything that's going on in the MASL by checking out the league's official social media outlets. Thanks so much for watching. See you next week.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.
With 6 call, runway 26 right, clear on.
Soccer's ball. Chihuahua on the free kick. Trying to move fast. Shot's no good up high. Raymond. Gets it to Mendez. Let's go, Frontwave! Make some noise for the Sockers! There we go! There's the energy, Frontwave! Sunday, Monday, let's go! Charles. The Sockers defense comes up again. Great defense by Santa.
We'll have MASL video review.
Absolutely, and the intensity is being felt here on both ends. But if the referees will allow this play to continue, there's a chance that any team can get up on that and make sure to come back really quickly.
Missed blue or red? Contact above the shoulder.
All right.
Chihuahua is challenging for a blue card for contact above the shoulder.
Do our best to keep our voice modulated up here in the booth. A lot harder when you've got the net sound around you, but that's why people wear cans on broadcasts. Nonetheless, we're going to do the best we can until things get reset, and we appreciate everyone. Let's take a look at what they're looking at here, Tony, and see if we can find. They're going to go back to Romero. We're going to be looking at Romero for the blue card-worthy foul, and Serta. Here we look.
Sockers fans, get ready for the ultimate game day experience with the Sports Pack.
For just $50, you'll get 2 games, 2 teams, and 1 venue. The San Diego Clippers and the San Diego Sockers, all happening here at Frontwave Arena. Don't miss this incredible deal to cheer on your favorite teams. Visit the ticket booth or go online to frontwavearena.com to grab your sports pack today.
Serta. All right, I think they could fix that. Sorry, the sound was going out to the house for a minute. Not anymore. Okay, good. Okay.
So, will this be an elbow on Serta? That's the decision here. Let's take one more look, Tony. Serta running. Keep our eye on the elbow. Now we're going to...
After review, free kick to Chihuahua. Eliminate the last foul against Chihuahua. Charge a foul to San Diego, number 29.
No power play. The answer is a common foul.
Still a foul, much like Phil Salvaggio asked for a red card, lands on a blue card. Now asking for a blue card for Chihuahua, still lands on a common foul. A net positive for both challenges.
Now this allows Chihuahua to keep their challenge for another try later in the match. Both teams still have 1 penalty challenge remaining.
Check. Okay, looks like the headset's back. All right. Here, take this one away. It's scaring me.
Muy bien hecho aquí.
Thank you so much to our great crew, Emoda, working behind the scenes. 4 minutes done in the third quarter. 2-1. And here's Mendez in the middle. Leao walls him off at the last second. By the way, unable to tell you right at the beginning because we had these issues, but Christian Hernandez has taken over for Diego Reynoso in net. The expected and planned 30-minute split. Ooh, whistling a sharp angled shot wide was Puentes. So keep that in mind. Number 1, Hernandez, now the keeper, in the net to your screen right. Chihuahua in white and red, Sockers in blue and gold. This field is brand new. This is the first game of any sort to be played on it. Rios out to Escalante. Great sprawl. Was hoping to spring on the loose ball. He is spun upon it. He's in front of a double team. He uses Prado as his outlet. This ball could come to Savoy. It does! He shoots off the wall. Rebound! Taken down. Blue card. Penalty shot coming for San Diego.
And a great play by Tavoy Morgan following through that play, making sure that he was going to have one of 2 options, a shot on an empty net or contact by Hernandez, and that's exactly what happens here. Punto penal for the San Diego Sockers as there is a Chihuahua Savage down.
It looks like our friend Tovar, Eric Tovar, is down. Craig Childs looks like he's going to come in to take the pen. But first, hoping for good news for Eric Tovar, who has dealt with knee injuries in his career. A torn ACL ended his time with the San Diego Sockers. He went back to Monterrey, took 2 years to rehabilitate. Came back, he's been an effective player the last 2-3 seasons. Picked up a championship along the way. And we're just hoping all the best for a great family man. He is getting the official magic spray of the Chihuahua Savage. Oh, second can. Like the polish and shine is going on. Let's hope that numbing spray helps out. The medical spray to try and get Tovar to get movement back in that left knee. He is surely thinking about what could be and hoping for the ability to be forgetting all about this in 10 minutes. Eric Tovar back up on his feet, but not going to put pressure on that left knee. Oh, boy.
Yeah. You hate seeing that walking. I mean, if you can see that walking gingerly, but definitely the cost of being in this line of work in a lot of ways, especially in an intense matchup like this. These Warriors give everything for their team, for their fans, for the sport. And you like to see the San Diego Soccer faithful giving respect. For as much as they are rivals, you have to give respect to everybody who goes on the floor and delivers a show like this.
Our trainer, Paul Savage, came over to ask if they needed help, and the answer was no, we're good. But you hope that's something just to remember. Eric Tovar leaves the match with 20 minutes remaining in it, 25, I should say, minutes remaining in it. And we hope to see him back, and if nothing else, we hope that it's a short-term pain. Now, interesting, because the blue card is on Christian Hernandez, it will be Reynoso back in net to face the penalty shot, and if he stops it, an ensuing power play of 2 minutes. But this is a straight penalty kick for Craig Childs. The closest to an outdoor soccer play you'll see in the indoor sport. And Childs converts it into the roof. Craig Childs, penalty kick goal. His 13th of the season, 494th of his soccer's career, and a 3-1 San Diego lead.
And the technique here by Craig Childs to wait for the first movement of Diego Reynoso and which way he was going to go ahead and select. Going straight down the middle with power at such a short distance. And also choosing his right. As you can see here, just an absolute lethal strike hitting the roof. Not an easy place for that location to be chosen. But now Hernandez returns and the Sockers lead 3-1.
That goal at 5:01. Childs' 13th of the year. Counts as a power play goal for San Diego, but it's a penalty kick. Bond. Important to move that ball out from the top of the crease. 3 Savage were lurking. First 2-goal lead for anybody comes for the home team. Bond jumps in and picks the pocket of Carlos Hernandez. Gutierrez tried to send Leo down the middle, but the ball couldn't be corralled on time. Back to Chihuahua. Really appreciate everybody working behind the scenes to get everything regenerated for us. As Gutierrez with an unusual pass through the middle. Cardenas was hoping for a little bit more thought and control on that one. Now a little bit of open space. Here comes Puentes. La Roca to the middle. Valle. And in between was Bond right there, defending Pardo in the net.
And Bond, in his short contributions this season, has been incredibly important and knows exactly where to be on defense and positioning himself in a place where it cuts off momentum for any sort of play to build up. That big body of his is very important. But now a set piece where Chihuahua was very dangerous in Corner Sport Arena. We'll see if they're able to generate some offense here.
Corner kick. And going for the short post was Macias, and Pardo bounced it off his hands in the wall. Leao. Secondary break here. 8:43, turning Puentes. Blocked maybe by his own man. That shot keeps it alive and kicks it all the way out. Hernandez back, as you mentioned, in net. Directing traffic, here comes Rios. Jorge Rios into the corner. Knocked away. Raymond. Welcome presence back in the San Diego lineup. Serta with a little push, trying to get the ball loose. Kindergarten crowd soccer happening right now with Rich Grady sitting up on the wall. Almost had his legs crossed, asking for applesauce. Slide tackle, blue card. Ruggles says, I got all ball. And Ruiz says, let's see.
And Drew Ruggles has to be very confident that he's going to be able to get to that ball to go ahead and have that slide tackle there. What do you think about that one, Craig?
Well, I think he's not going to see his coach challenge.
San Diego penalty number 8. 2 minutes dangerous play, 5-minute major.
Drew got the twofer for the two-footed tackle. And I think maybe it's regardless of touching the ball, they feel it was a dangerous act in the middle of the floor. I mean, that extra 5 is important. It means Ruggles literally has to sit 7 minutes. It also means that someone else needs to go in the box right now to run out at the end of the 2-minute power play. That's going to be Gabriel Costa. He's going to come over and be the second man in the box. Now, Gabby wouldn't normally be a part of the penalty kill, so this is more of thinking about a counterattack at the end if the Sockers can kill. However, a momentum turner, Tony, with 8 minutes left in the third quarter and a 2-goal San Diego lead, and one of your top defenders, Ruggles, is the man serving.
And a second self-inflicted power play situation by a defender for the San Diego Sockers. This time, Ruggles, a 2-footed effort, leaving his feet. And I think that aesthetic of having such a strong tackle in the middle of the field and the context of it is what led to that double card situation. But now the Sockers have to go ahead and fight through another power play where Chihuahua is absolutely lethal in.
The Savage 1-for-1. Escalante stepping inside Gutierrez for the moment. This penalty began with exactly 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter. So it's counting either to 6 minutes left or to a Savage goal. And it could be Rios right here. Blocked by Serta. Ball still loose in the crease. Serta gets it back. Sidewall pass, couldn't take it to himself. Rios got it back. And Escalante sets up shop. 90 seconds remain in the Savage power play. Here on the wing, now up high, Popper Hernandez. Midfielder sends it across. La Roca back to Hernandez. Back in. Make it Gallegos down on right wing. Escalante gives him the ball back. Puentes is down low. Rios is on the half wall on the left side. Gallegos to Popper. Minute 4 in the power play. 2-footed tackle on Drew Ruggles. Down on the ground is Raymond. Gets a touch on the ball. Back keels it away and across the yellow line. If this was hockey, it would have been a clearance. It's still kind of a clearance, but everyone gets to stay in position. Here's Puentes to Rios, stepping on the ball with 45 seconds. Puentes stepping out, right-footed shot is high and wide off the corner glass. Stays in play, and Escalante guides it along the southern wall. Gets Gutierrez out of position and comes in. Now he crosses. Rios with space. Rios blocked by Serta. Key block shot there. 30 seconds on the power play right now. Costa looking to come out of the box. Ruggles will have to sit an extra 5. It's Gallegos in the corner. It's Popper straight away. Over to Rios. Rios cuts it down low to Puentes with Rios looking for the 1-2 pass. Back instead to Popper. Popper holding out high. 15 seconds left on the power play. Carlos Popper Hernandez off the wall of Cardenas and attempted flick in and out of play. But it was Raymond heading it off the line in there, Tony. What a key moment for San Diego.
What a fantastic display of defense here with a short man situation. Really showcasing the fact that they can go ahead and defend in these situations with 7 seconds left to go.
Because the ball went out of play, this is the media timeout. 7 seconds left on the power play when we come back. 3-1 Sockers on MASL TV. Hey! Back with you from Frontwave Arena, where it is 3-1 San Diego. The Craig Childs penalty kick goal at 5:01, providing the margin. And now San Diego with 5 seconds left to kill on this penalty. The rollout from Pardo, he'll kick it downfield. And just like that, Costa jumps out of the box, gets a touch on the ball, and the Sockers are back to full and even strength. Drew Ruggles will now have to sit the next 5 minutes plus dead ball time before he comes on. Here's Costa on the steal. Tried to send it to Leo on right wing, and well defended there by Chihuahua. And now put out of play, back to San Diego. Last touch by Romero.
In a fortunate circumstance as Leo starts really quickly here.
Costa. Gutierrez cutting in. Rios got a touch. Medrano able to take it away. Castaneda keeps the ball moving, and Rios stops at midfield. And then Cerda steps through him, and a foul is called on Cesar.
See the bench for Chihuahua is asking for something else, something more, or even a chance to have them play quickly. You can't have it both ways. Either you stop, get a card, or you play quickly and play some heads-up soccer.
Savage send it down the floor, brought down in the corner, and well done there. Romero. It was Castaneda who had the capture. Now Macias on the opposite side. Bond stepped in, got the ball loose for a moment. Leo stepped on it. 4-car pileup along the way. Spinning out of there was Castaneda momentarily. Bond back in. Mendez has it. Whistle, foul called on Taylor Bond. And Popper down in a heap. The 15-second rule is about 10 seconds from being available here for Popper. He needs to get up. He's reminded. What do we have here? A yellow on San Diego?
Some conferring by the officiating crew here.
I almost feel like he was wanting to call the 15 seconds, and he threw a yellow instead. Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. He's just letting Popper know, and this is the new MASL rule for 2024-25, that if you take more than 15 seconds on the field before or after a foul before getting up, you have to sit for 2 minutes on the bench, not in the penalty box. Now, meanwhile, Chebo Martinez, head coach of the Savage, he's challenging, looking for a cardable foul, using that second challenge that he earned earlier. So the long and short of it is a third edition of MASL Video Review.
For a missed blue card.
Looking for a blue card foul on San Diego here is the Savage intent on this review replay.
And to begin that play, you had a very close quarters there, as you can see on the replay here. A lot of contact on both ways.
Remember, we're looking on Popper. He's not in this particular part of the play here. He's over by the Frontwave Arena sign. The Frontwave Credit Union sign, I should say. Now the ball's in the corner. Now it spins back out. Here we go. Is that a blue card foul on Taylor Bond? That's what they're asserting. Is that a straight kick to the leg? Is it something that could be considered a carded foul? That's what Rich Grady has to decide. Now, he was standing over this play, but we watch it again. We don't watch it again. They've seen enough.
It looked like they're asking to see if Walter left a
After
leg
review,
there.
call on the field stands. Free kick, no power play. 77 Chihuahua has to remain out of the game for 2 minutes.
There you go.
He can return at 3:07.
Well, I feel like we had that fairly covered for you from start to finish. They were trying to send off Popper for the 2-minute mandatory rest. There was never a yellow card. Then the penalty flag replay challenge was to try and find a blue card. There was none there. Savage round of challenges. San Diego still has one. Here comes a free kick for Chihuahua from just inside right point.
It's such an advantage that Chihuahua has in those close spaces where they are very proficient. As a shot here.
Rios looking for the shot, pass to the back post. Lopez fanned on it. Had a goal at high speed, but theoretically on his toe. And just couldn't get the good shot away. He had an open goal if he could. So, just one goal for Chihuahua here. Under 5 to go in the third quarter. San Diego wants to keep it exactly there. if not at, obviously. But what they want more than anything is to defend these 5 minutes on this new navy blue turf.
There certainly was some urgency from Chihuahua coming out of halftime, having those set pieces be cobrados rápido, trying to build momentum, build that game speed, but San Diego's been able to quell and really put some water on any sort of fire that Chihuahua has.
Raymond's outlet is his keeper. Pardo, wee! Spinorama. Raymond again. Ruiz feeling reversible. Here's Serta off the head of a Savage to deny a potential defensive clearance. Brought down by Lopez, who then hustles off. 3:48 to go in the third quarter.
And you hear the bench for Chihuahua asking for a foul anytime Morgan approaches a player without any contact, nowhere near. He's trying to get in the head of the players as well. It's a total team sport.
There is a psychology to it. Here comes Ruiz in, dances across left point, brings it back out to the middle, and Leal. Savage have possessed well here. Can they find a scoring chance out of it? Keeping these Sockers players out on the floor for extended minutes. Bond defending at the top of the house formation. Dancing in, Castaneda. Tipped, Bond, double teamed, Castaneda back, sidewall pass, sliding down to tackle the ball was Chihuahua. Cardenas uses corner glass, held in Castaneda. Castaneda, hard work, drops it off, centering, square ball, left out, Leal, tipped, Gutierrez, chance to break. Here comes Christian Gutierrez. He gets bracketed, sidewall pass to the middle to Serta. That was sexy. Over to Costa, to the back post, and the goal! Tick, tack, goal! Sockers on a roll! 4-1, and number 4 had the crazy no-look pass that triggered the goal.
Talk about awareness on the pitch as you see the culmination of a beautiful hard work play by Tavoy Morgan, sliding towards the back post enough to push that ball back. But what's not being seen here is a fantastic effort by Guti Gutierrez. Really a no-look effort, really knowing that you have teammates behind you. That was a fantastic bit of skill. You talk about vision. What vision? He couldn't see. He had his teammates right behind him. But he was able to go ahead and start that play. What a fantastic, fantastic look by Gutierrez.
That only comes from playing together. It comes from years of chemistry developed. Mendez, stole it from Hernandez. Mendez in on goal to Morales, and it's blocked away. Hey, baby, saving the game for Chihuahua for the moment. Number 12, Arturo Valle. 2 on a defender who couldn't use his hands, and Valle kept the ball out of net.
All credit to Valle, but you have to look at Morales and say, hey, you got a chance here.
Mendez and Morales kicked away by Escalante. Try again, recenter, and brought back out. Sockers smell blood. They're looking to put a dagger in with 1:45 to go. Escalante jumps up on Morales, play on. No sangre, no falta.
Sigue juego.
Here comes Hernandez off of a fan and back to San Diego. Hey, our next broadcast, next Saturday, Sockers and Milwaukee Wave. It is Star Wars night here at Frontwave Arena. Get your tickets at frontwavearena.com or stsockers.com. For Morgan to Gutierrez. Gutierrez stepping in. Jedi mind trick, just wide. Gutierrez. Lopez, this was the ball he was looking for. Over to Rios. And he will send it back to Escalante. 70 seconds remain in the third quarter. A quarter that's seen the Sockers score twice. Escalante. Bond just kind of knocks him over. Roberto just had this look like, why, man? Just like, why? You didn't have to. Meanwhile, Costa knocks over Flacco, and everyone's knocking over everyone.
Adding some more juice and physicality to it, too, making sure that you know, Chihuahua isn't the only team that can dish it out as well. San Diego is smart with the way that they're doing some of these fouls and taking the notches down, perhaps, of their own momentum. We'll see how Chihuahua responds.
Jaime Alejandro Romero. Jose Gilberto Lopez back to Romero. He's at the top. Raymond has done very, very well in his return to the lineup. He's been outstanding and saved a goal earlier this quarter. 44 seconds remain. Romero dancing in, cutting to the right foot. Tiptoe pass back. Escalante chipped off Leo's foot out of bounds. This should be a corner, and it will be for the Savage. Now Drew Ruggles is out of the box. Two-footed tackle, 2 cards accumulated. And now he's back to the bench. Big moment for Chihuahua if they can convert. Escalante blocked by the wall. Second try, kicked by Gutierrez, gets it over the yellow line and down the bench wall. Phil pounding on that wall as it's reversed to Escalante. 21 seconds remain in the quarter. The captain and all-star down to Flacco, who could have been an all-star in his own right. Of course, none of these players could make it all the way up to Utica. Jumping, looking for a steal was Gutierrez. Flicked high into the air. Look out here. And a foul called while the ball was in the air on the Savage. Back to Pardo with 5 seconds left.
And with Chihuahua expanding so much energy on the offense, trying to get back into this game. As
What a
watch
throw.
out.
Down to Chavoy. Stepping out as the horn sounds. No one's better at that throw right now in the league than Boris Pardo. He put it on Chavoy like a quarterback hitting the wide receiver. Goals from Childs and Morgan. Sockers have a 4-1 lead. 15 minutes left to play from Frontwave Arena on MASL TV. Okay, so what's happened is a 3-line pass was called by the official Rich Grady, which is going to give the Savage a 1-second free kick. Now remember, this isn't 1 second to get the ball out like the NBA. It would have to fully cross the goal line in this second. Here's the kick. It's blocked, and that'll do it. Okay. Cool. Well, I think they were right. I think it was a 3-line pass, so it's all good. Let's take a timeout, and let's enjoy these ads, and we're back with the fourth quarter next. 4-1, the Sockers lead the champs on MASL TV.
Across the nation, MASL players are giving back, utilizing their professional power to touch and inspire people in their local communities nationwide. Free soccer clinics, where kids can meet their heroes and learn new skills. After-school programs and special events. And surprise visits to the classroom. Visiting brave kids in the hospital, bringing joy and hope. Supporting special needs care, partnering with local businesses, and so much more. MASL, passion on the field, purpose off the field, committed to community.
ready for the start of the fourth quarter. From Frontwave Arena in Oceanside, California. It's 4-1. The San Diego Sockers lead the Chihuahua Savage. Craig Elston and Tony Sanchez along with Melissa May. Our Moda production team did just get a note from downstairs, Tony, that Eric Tovar will not return. That didn't look great in the estimation of the initial look, and so we just wish the best for our good friend Eric Tovar. A quarter that, according to the official statistics, saw Chihuahua outshoot San Diego 7-2, Tony. Both San Diego shots went in. A penalty kick from Craig Childs, and Tavoy Morgan with that late score from Costa.
Talk about efficacy on offense by the San Diego Sockers, being able to not only kill a power play, but really weather the storm of offense that Chihuahua had, and hopefully expanding some.
Almost out of the air for Luis Morales. That would have been a goal of the week. Serta burst past the steal attempt, down to Tavoy, who's got a pair tonight. Left it loose. Charlie steals. Charlie as Tavoy and Medrano collide. We got a 2-minute power play coming up. And I believe this is against Chihuahua, a trip against Medrano, tripping Morgan.
Chihuahua penalty number 2, 2 minutes tripping.
Almost like an accumulation of plays or targeting against Morgan, who's getting up. Sana Colilla de Rana. He's back up. He's as much of a competitor, especially when it comes to Chihuahua. And now, golden opportunity for the Sockers to convert on this power play. They've been able to defend one. Can they convert and make this a 5-1 affair starting the fourth quarter?
Sockers power play began with 14:36 left in the fourth quarter. It'll count either to 12:36 or to a Sockers goal that would feel like a dagger, leading to 4-1.
Un gol muy importante, whoever scores it next, right, Craig?
Absolutely. De verdad. Costa headed away. Counterattack opportunity is on. Jorge Leal working the middle. Macias on the wall. Macias spins his man. Costa comes in low. Macias to the middle. And Costa was able to tip it to Pardo at the last second. That was way too close for comfort. Minute 15 remaining on the Medrano penalty. Jumping Castaneda. Leo. Tavoy again brought down with a penalty that keeps him from playing in the subsequent power play. Here's Leo, and second time it's happened tonight. Sockers did not score in the first one. This is their third power play. One of them was a penalty kick, which was converted.
Now a chance to really stretch the field here, Sockers.
Leo with space. Morales scores! Found his man in the middle. You can't give Leo that much room to distribute. Morales will make you pay. And there's the dagger goal for 5-1 San Diego.
La visión de un brasileiro, Leonardo Oliveira, here on full display. The movement, the off-the-ball movement by Morales, just in between three defenders, having all day to decide to the left, to the right. Either way, it's going to go through Hernandez's net. 5-1 San Diego, taking full advantage of the power play situation.
Medrano out of the box. Sockers on the board. Goal at 1:42. San Diego looking to improve to 8-0 at home. Results outside of Frontwave Arena today saw Kansas City defeat St. Louis. However, Empire in overtime beat the Baltimore Blast today. So if San Diego is able to hold on here and capture all 3 points, they will at least temporarily move back into second place. Both KC and Baltimore with 2 matches in hand on San Diego. Gallegos diving in. Javier Gallegos. Over to Popper on the left wall. Carlos Popper Hernandez. Tees one up for the long shot into the crowd, bouncing off a rail and caroming off of the outside of the top of the net.
And if there's one team that can certainly find some kindling in order to restart their offense, it's the Chihuahua Savage, who already play a very fast-paced style. But as this match draws on, tired legs become heavy.
Cerda, Morgan back in the action, working with Keiko, taken away by Arturo Valle. Quiet night for Keiko Gontan. He has a chance to make some noise here in the fourth quarter. Drew Ruggles is back out there, sitting on 2 cards now. Keiko, Morgan, Keiko. Nice little return pass. Gontan trying to step outside his defender. Walked into a muddy wall. Romero took it away. Under 12 to go in the fourth quarter. Again, next Saturday, 7 p.m., soccer's Milwaukee Wave. That one on CBS Sports Golazo Network. Star Wars night. No idea what the new kits are for this year. Gallegos. Bond stepping up. Taylor Bonds had an eventful work. Just in front of Keiko Gontan. Could have sprung a 3v2. Pass was just a little hard. Oh, Rios stepping around Costa. Jorge Rios. Costa comes back, gets the ball, gets rubbed off the ball. Gallegos out to Escalante. And he plays it to the corner and Ruggles punts it out. Romero now on that new soccer script logo at midfield.
He's going to give a chance for the Sockers to also get some breathing room as well, be able to be calculated with how they want to defend and wind this clock down.
Escalante into the corner. Puente dancing on the ball. Hernandez not coming up to try and join the attack despite the 4-goal deficit. They're hoping to get something quick here. And maybe now, Romero coming in to the middle, past 2 of his teammates. Escalante back to the middle, Rios Park. Next chance goal. It had to be eventually. Too many open players down low. And Jaime Alejandro Romero. Note, 5-2.
It seemed like an inevitable eventuality that a goal would be behind Boris Pardo here as they kept bringing Savage the offense. Went to the left, went to the right. They utilized every inch of the final third and they were finally rewarded with the goal here. I can tell you, another Savage goal and it's going to make things very, very interesting.
Tip pass by Raymond. Forward Morales from Leo. Luis Morales whips it off the wall. Morgan settles the loose ball. Well, there may be a dagger wound in Chihuahua, but they continue to run undaunted. Now only down 3. One more goal would really raise the blood pressure of Phil Salvaggio. One more goal for San Diego would keep it right where it is at 195 over 120.
And the best defense against a team like this is the offensive side of the ball for San Diego. If they can keep trying to go ahead and get a goal in and eventually get one, it's going to extend. Ooh, qué bonito.
Spinorama, foul called for style points, if nothing else. Cerda pleading for more.
Asking, there was a clear line where Morales was going to go ahead and have a chance on goal after that Zidane-esque turn.
Sockers do still have a challenge if they wanted to sling one, thinking that they had man in on net or something, but instead they'll settle for this quality scoring opportunity from the right wing. No Morales out there, but everyone else is. Like Costa gets the pass from Charlie, gives it back to Gonzalez. Forcing Pardo into this play. Now he refeeds Giles while being tripped. Heads it over to Leo. How do you do that? I'm just blown away by the skill and talent of professional soccer players. You're literally being tripped to the ground and you still have the presence of mind to be able to directionally head the ball.
It was a great Buzz Lightyear who said, falling with style, right?
Exactly. Christian Gutierrez is going to ship this one into the bench now. Where were his feet? They were inside the yellow line. This is defensive clearance. And if Chihuahua was looking for a sliver of opportunity, here it is right here. The sliver has arrived.
Once again, very prolific on the set piece, Savage, where even on a small or large floor in these tight windows, it's much less the same wherever you play. The dimensions of the goal will always remain the same at the end of the day.
Save Pardo, denying Escalante. Gallegos. Escalante out to Popper. Costa gets into him. The two of them fall. 3 men fall. Fouls on Popper. He screams in defiance. But the Sockers get the ball back, and that sliver disappears once again. 3-goal lead, San Diego, under 9 to play. Morales chested one forward pectorally. Gets it back. Ruggles now. 2 strides across the line. Morgan and Hernandez. Then Morgan touches Hernandez. Common foul. Hernandez spun and fell. With 8:35 to play.
Yeah, contact made inside the box, but the goalkeeper can't do that, even if it was accidental or with your back to him.
Ball off the goal wall and into Pardo's hands. MASL playoffs coming here to Frontwave Arena. Ticket deposits available now at frontwavearena.com for the quarterfinals on April 4th and 5th and the semifinals on April 6th. Single elimination action, 8 MASL teams. 2 will emerge to play the Ron Newman Cup Finals. Catch all the action here at Frontwave Arena and on the CBS Sports Golazo Network. 8 minutes left in the 4th. We're in the window now for the officials' timeout. Nutmeg pass comes to Romero, blocked by Cerda. Out to Puentes, into the crowd. Ripped off of a blanket up high. Wow. Let's take a timeout. 5-2 San Diego. When we come back, the conclusion on MASL TV. It's 5-2 San Diego leading Chihuahua. The San Diego Sockers with 7:53 left to play in regulation, trying to pick up their 12th win of the year, get 3 points to move up to 33, move back into second place. Chihuahua must start thinking about desperation scoring scenarios. There is still plenty of time. But if they move, I'd say what, Tony? 2 more minutes off the clock?
I'd certainly agree with that timeline. And for the San Diego Sockers, they have to play absolutely tidy. They have to start playing with a mental aspect, keep those cool heads calm, and really just wait for the mistake as, oh, here we go, sexto atacante.
That's what we were wondering could happen. El Dinet, can Costa find it just wide? Okay, well, I think this is from an analytics standpoint, the correct move. It's a little bit more the time, but you got 3 goals you got to capture here. Sockers, if they can shoot at the empty net and they can't have 3-line shots to do it, they can build on this 5-2 lead. But Flaco Macias is out there in the red kit. He is the 6th attacker. Over to Gallegos. Had space for a moment. Well closed by Costa, but he commits a foul. And this will be a dangerous free kick, Tony, for the Savage. You know, this is why I like this move right now. With Macias out there and Popper, Rios, Escalante, you've got possession-style players, Tony. So the idea that you're going to, like what happened to San Diego, immediately give up a goal against, it's just less likely with this team.
Exactly. They're going to want to matriculate through in that area and really give the Sockers a chance to pounce on a mistake or an erred pass. From the Savage.
Down low! Whistling it across the goal mouth. Parallel, not perpendicular. Touch for Costa. Gutierrez. Here comes Cerda. Cesar Cerda tripped on the ball. Shoots at the empty net. He misses wide. Just didn't have his balance to take a clean shot on net. And the sliver that is artificially created by 6th attacker remains for Chihuahua to get back in this match. The real key here for San Diego is not just obviously repelling goals, but it's wearing down these particular 6th attackers, this group of 6 out on the floor. It's the 6 best players for Chihuahua. If you tire them over the next 2-3 minutes, it reduces their effectiveness down the stretch, increases your chance to get empty net goals. Gallegos trying to draw the defense out of position. Macias down low. Nice touch. Charging out Pardo. He gets run into by Rios. Is holding his right knee for a moment. Actually now moved down to the shin area. Pardo took hard contact. That was a brave departure from the crease, Tony.
Yeah, it was in no man's land, but Pardo had that confidence and speed and gall to go, and knowing that there was probably going to be a hard contact there, he gets the worst of it, but in a team sense, the best, because he's able to go ahead and clear the danger right here. A great play out the pase, and to recognize that, sometimes you got to take those licks.
Goalkeeper distribution. Flicked and kicked by Chihuahua. Christian Hernandez had to come back in net right now. Raymond, lovely turn in the middle of the field. Then Leo pushed down by Leal. Leo and Leal collide. Sportsmanship between the two. And a free kick awarded to San Diego. Once again, this keeps the Savage out of 6th attacker. Morgan crashing in the corner after Hernandez got a touch on the ball but could not hold it. Now, is he going to run off behind the play? If the Savage can get up to midfield, Cardenas denies the opportunity for the moment. Good rondo play for a second there. Sockers get their hold on it, and again, held to 5v5. Cardenas stepping in, trying to curve one to Mendez. Good slide tackle of the ball by Chihuahua's Medrano. Hernandez comes out, pressured by Mitchell, and a foul called there. Wow, Sonny's on top of like a 10-foot ladder. And those 2 steps that they've got the marking that says danger zone. Sonny, danger. Danger, Sonny.
Doing his best Jeff Hardy impression.
My goodness, I'm nervous. I'm nervous for Sonny.
Please get him a crash mat right away.
Oh. God, I hope you got those ankles locked in there. Under 5 minutes to play in the 4th. What if someone shot it high? Like that, but instead of into the crowd, off of Sonny. Could be a fatal blow. Only kind of kidding. The angle's tough for someone to actually get him right there, but holy cow.
We've seen the ball travel
and
zip through there. Okay, somebody let him know.
Sonny got down. Oh, man. That was anxiety-provoking. This isn't pro wrestling. Let's not it's not a ladder match, you know? Holy cow, it feels like it.
No holds barred.
Back to 6 attackers for Chihuahua. 4.5 minutes to go. Off the wall, looking for Puentes. Raymond was right there. Escalante keeps it alive. San Diego's killed a good 3 minutes of this now. Hernandez. What outstanding defense by the San Diego Sockers tonight. Off the wall, looking for Puentes. Puentes gets the touch, scoops it. Valle trying to turn and flick. Headed by Raymond, touched by Costa. Recovered by Macias at midfield. Under 4 minutes to play. Blocked. Serta, can he put this one on net? He couldn't. He got his foot interfered with from behind, and then Costa blew a tire and came off, and Mendez comes charging on. He feels like a perfect candidate for an empty net goal. Romero on the dance on the right mid-wall. Crosses to the middle. Macias keeps it rolling to Popper. And some players have been out there for a good 4 or 5 minutes in real time for Chihuahua. Escalante. Romero off the wall again. Designed play. Serta, little lovely ball fake. Sends it out. Mendez tried to keep it going. Escalante with a slide tackle of the ball. Keep possession alive for Chihuahua. Keep their dreams alive. Christian. Sidewall pass to himself, and then Macias kicked the ball, and they're going to call a blue card on Gutierrez, and they're going to give a super power play here, Tony, to the Savage. Let's take a look and see if it's warranted.
San Diego number 4, 2 minutes tripping.
And if you're Chihuahua, as a challenge flag does get thrown here by Coach Phil Salvaggio.
Might as well. 3:04 left, no reason not to, honestly. Our 4th MASL video review. We have maxed out. Maximum
San
review
Diego is
tonight.
challenging that is not a blue card.
But perish the thought.
Not yet, but give credit to Chihuahua for all the effort that they're doing to get in these spaces. And if this is going to stand, definitely the best case scenario for Chihuahua, super power play to get one back and then only be 2 goals behind first.
We'll talk about this play and more on Soccer's Overtime, live Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific here on YouTube on the San Diego Punto Futbol channel, San Diego .futbol. Join Tony and I.
Stands, blue
Live
card.
Soccer's guests. Blue card stands on review. No big deal. Felt somewhat inadvertent, although these players have such strong control. You never know where intentionality sneaks in. Nonetheless, a rare blue card against Christian Gutierrez. Just his 2nd of the year. With 3:04 left in the 4th quarter. Let's be clear, this will be a super power play at 6v4, but Chihuahua needs to score right away.
Correct. They need to make the most out of their time and be efficient. Clock watching with 3:04. If San Diego is able to kill this power play, signal victory essentially. But if not, aguas con el Chihuahua.
I wasn't that nervous about the score, but Sonny's back on top of the ladder behind the Western goal, and now I'm nervous for the man's life. Here we go. Power play began with 3:04 remaining. It'll count either to 1:04 or to a Chihuahua goal. Net remains empty in the eastern side of the floor. Castaneda. Rios. Good battle by Mendez. 2:45 on the game clock. Escalante down to Romero, who's reversed to the right corner. Escalante's on the mid-wall, out to Macias. Flacco cuts it to Popper, who's been out there a long time. Taken away by Serta, who's also been out there a long time. Rios runs it down for Chihuahua, and there's under 2.5 minutes to play. Minute 18 on the penalty. Escalante drifting in, the left-footed captain. Brings it down low. It's Castaneda. Cardenas stays with him. These defenders are tired, so are the attackers. Castaneda. Back out to Macias. He cuts it to the half wall across to Rios. Back out to Hernandez. Minute left in the power play. 2 minutes left in the game. Down low, Escalante. Finding Romero in the corner, making Castaneda in the corner. Escalante sends it back out to Popper. Rios tries to line one up, can't do it. Now Flacco tries to line one up. Goes right to left, gives it back to Popper. Minute 45 left in the game. Stepping is Cardenas. Cardenas has the ball. Sends it forward. Mendez raced off of it by Macias. There's 35 on the power play and a minute 38 left in the game. Popper charging in. Popper outside the yellow line. Dummying is Puentes. Back out Hernandez. Over to Escalante. 24 on the kill. It's over to Hernandez and back to Escalante. Down low, it's Macias. Back to Escalante. Minute 20 left in the game right now. Popper waited for the ball. Escalante on the right elbow. Watched off by Mendez. Over to the left wing. Scuffing the shot was Rios. Going down was Pardo, but he's got it. 3 seconds on the penalty. He's going to call timeout. And just like that, a wave of appreciation for the crowd support. Sockers are going to win this one tonight, baby. They've got a 3-goal lead and just 64 seconds left to defend.
A defensive clinic there on a super power play, being very patient and smart with how they position themselves, not giving any spaces for Chihuahua to go ahead and have a clear shot on goal. Fantastic effort there by every single Soccer on this last power play. And let me tell you, it's not easy to defend and to carry this and wait and be patient. It's very tempting to try to jump on a ball and try to score one, but you open yourself up behind for an opportunity for Chihuahua to score and get one back really quickly. But what a stellar, stellar job by the San Diego Sockers defense.
The head coaches of these two sides have disagreed with 4 calls tonight. If you've disagreed with the call, you might just see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review with Phil Levanco and MASL head referee Ryan Sigich. Catch it every Friday right here on YouTube and MASL TV. Well, if I've read the schedule right, Tony, this is our last time on MASL TV. We're on Golazo the rest of the way. But, you know, it just always feels like home to be back on YouTube, on the worldwide streaming platform, on MASL TV, instant replay available once the match is over. No shade on CBS Sports. Can't wait to be back. What a worldwide platform, true worldwide platform, CBS Sports Golazo Network. But so is YouTube, of course. I mean, YouTube's ubiquitous. It's everywhere.
Yeah, we could share Champions League soccer in action. Then you can come and watch the best of indoor soccer in the MASL on Golazo Network.
Have you thought about the 4th, 5th, and 6th and what it's going to be like for us? That's 6 matches, all single elimination playoff matches in 3 days. Afternoon, night doubleheaders, all 3 days.
We're going to install an espresso machine right here.
Should we request from Sean Bowers a hotel room?
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Because I don't think, especially for you, my friend, from the most southern reaches of South Bay, to get up here 3 nights in a row or 3 days in a row. Well, anyways, that's for a different time. This one is all about counting it out. 5-2 San Diego. 2 wins over the Savage on home floor. Christening the Navy turf with a W.
What
Bond. This is no harm, no penalty, no nothing. Let's just count this out. In the NBA, they'd roll the ball in the corner. Apparently someone took a foul. Apparently it was Bond. And instead, we will give Chihuahua a chance for another 22 seconds of Sexto Atacante.
Bond is enjoying the blue turf a little too much. Said, hey, let's keep it going a little bit more.
Macias shot it wide. Lovely centering try there by Escalante. 9 seconds, 7 seconds now. Punched in the air by Bond. Knocked down by Leo. Can he put it in before? He will not. It won't matter. The horn sounds. Full time from Frontwave Arena. And for the Sockers, such an important win. After only taking 2 of 9 points on a 3-match road trip, they get all 3 points here at home. Improved to 8-0 in their new digs in North County. Sonny is still living and breathing. He got off the ladder. He's running with the flag. And the Sockers beat the Savage, Tony, 5-2.
And really not only building an arena, but it seems like a fortress is being fortified at Frontwave by the Sockers, keeping it perfect here against the Bicampeones as well. Not an easy task to do, and a hard-fought matchup on both ends as well. But the San Diego Sockers were able to be calm, cool, and collected and lethal in the windows that Chihuahua presented them. And really another fantastic team victory for the Sockers.
We're standing by down on the floor. Melissa May waiting for a hero of the game to come over. You could certainly you could pick a couple. You could pick Tavoy Morgan. Boris Pardo had an outstanding match tonight. The whole team defense did as well. Second half shots were 13-5 in favor of Chihuahua. Here's Tavoy down on the floor with Melissa.
Tavoy, you hit your 150th and 154th goal milestone tonight. What does it mean to you to be able to get it in a Sockers uniform?
I feel amazing. I feel great every time I put on this uniform, knowing I'm with an amazing team, amazing teammates. So I'm always happy once I step on the field.
What does this win against a powerhouse tonight like Chihuahua mean to you?
I mean everything to put us up, think second. And we're trying to win the first place to get home advantage. So this win means a lot to us.
Cheers, Tavoy. Congratulations. Go celebrate. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tavoy. But back to Cesar Cerda. Back
really
to
showed
Melissa.
us what you can do tonight between Boris and goal to several players, including yourself, getting some pivotal blocks. And then when they started bringing out the sixth attacker with 7 minutes left, how did you just dig in and get the job done?
I don't know. I think it's something the defenders, we just, I don't know. I think we have it since we were like growing. But I think every team, like the whole team, played a really good job defensively, and that's the result.
How proud of you are you of this team and especially defense tonight?
A lot. Proud of the guys, proud of everyone. Every single one played a very good game, and it's time to enjoy a little bit.
Thank you so much, Cesar. Craig, Tony, back to you.
All right, Melissa, appreciate it. A game this good deserved an offensive and defensive star. Let's take a quick timeout, and we will come back and wrap things up next. 5-2, Sockers beat the Savage. This is MASL TV.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASL iFootball, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASL iFootball to sign up, get started, and play.
Fine crowd filtering out, save for those who wanted to come down and interact with their heroes. The San Diego Sockers are now 8-0 at Frontwave Arena and 2-0 against the Savage, beating them tonight by a 5-2 score, a match that saw the Sockers score the same total that they did down in Chihuahua, but surrender 6 fewer goals. Defense carried the day as we bring you to our match highlights. And 15 seconds into this match, Tony, it got things started with a deflected point-blank save by Boris Pardo. Sockers then, lovely redirection by Drew Ruggles there, playing the bumper in the pinball machine to get the ball back to Gabriel Costa for 1-0 San Diego. While a score attempt there, Diego Reynoso was really strong in that in the first half, as this was a truly defensive affair. Here is the power play goal for Chihuahua. Lovely strike by Rios outside for 1-1. Key moment in the match. Steal by Charlie. Settling it is Tavoy. He gives San Diego the lead for good, as it turned out. 2-1 Sockers on his 150th goal. Penalty kick for Craig Childs. Makes no mistake about it. Then Morgan on the back post. The feed from Costa. Perfect to get it to him. Morgan put himself in the net and the ball as well for his brace. Morales saved by the defender. Great work there by Chihuahua in a critical moment, but the play would continue. Blocked out by Rios. Now down the other way. It was Morales that really seemed to salt it away. Leo finding his man in the middle. That was 4-1. And the late goal scored by Chihuahua. 5-2, the final score in this one. Final shots were 22-15 in favor of the Savage. Jorge Rios with a goal and an assist for San Diego. Tavoy Morgan with a pair of goals. Gabriel Costa had a goal and an assist as well. Craig Childs scoring on the penalty kick. Luis Morales on the power play to conclude our scoring summary. Our next broadcast, Star Wars Night, Saturday, make a note of it, Saturday, February 22nd at 7:05 p.m. when the Sockers host the Beasts of Wisconsin, the Milwaukee Wave on CBS Sports Golazo Network. It will have cheese curds and lightsabers for you Saturday. 7 o'clock, we'll join you on the CBS Sports Golazo Network. Kickoff will be around 7:05. And just a reminder, your next Sockers YouTube content will take place Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, when it is Sockers Overtime, the live show for Sockers fans with Tony Sanchez and myself looking at the MASL and the San Diego Sockers live every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, all the way till the end of the season. That season is going to head to some exciting playoff games coming up, Tony, in that first week of April. It is going to be absolutely wild.
Absolutely can't wait for that, Craig. And look, if it's going to be as intense as it is today, well, we're in for an exciting playoff run in the MASL.
Let's thank our Emoda crew on the way out. Producer Chris Karcher, Sean Pettit, our broadcast producer, Dan Patton, technical director, AV Tech James Allen, Andy Kemper is our DP, Air One camera operator Lewis Cooper, Chris Patterson camera operator, audio engineers Spencer White and Matthew Sparrow, Kelly Hyatt is our replay operator, Larry Patton our graphics operator, Gabriel Pan and Andrew Karcher on utilities. For Melissa May and Tony Sanchez, I'm Craig Elston reminding you of our final score tonight. Sockers defeat the Savage 5-2, moving back into second place in the league. Until next Saturday, so long from Oceanside.